up this morning and I pray to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life. Yahawashi. Blessed be Yahawah. Blessed be Yahawashi.
To a
Shalawam, Shalawam, Shalawam.
she trying to do something. Ain't told we doing something new.
No, because I was like, oh snap. We live, baby.
Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout.
Hey.
Because this is where the
Helpmeets Hangout. Hey. Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout.
Because this is where the Helpmeets Hangout. And this is where we hang out, and this is where we be at, and this is where we pull out the Bible and the precepts.
Period.
You know, that is so funny how we just came up with that little freestyle out of nowhere. All praise.
That was you. That was you. Okay.
The Lord. But welcome y'all. If this is your first time, Shalawam and welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I am your host, Abarriyah, and this is your host,
Lily.
and we are the
Helpmeets Hangout.
Or welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout. So yeah.
I don't know, it's nothing like okay.
How are y'all doing?
Lord willing, sisters doing well through the spirit, been holding the house down, enduring through all things, and just, feeling good. Lord willing, sisters had a good Sabbath, and Lord willing, sisters are ready to conquer this new week. So, I'll praise you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All praise Most High. I'm going to read the foundation precept. Yeah, Lord willing, we go into this week knowing that we can conquer, endure, get through, overcome all things with Bahasham.
Yes.
So this week throws at you, know that it's already been done and it's already been won. And I'm not trying to sound like no motivational Christian pastor, but it's true. Okay, mindset matters. All right. So
listen.
Stay connected with the Most High. Stay in your Bible and study bag, and just know that you have the power to choose how your day gonna go. Wake up, how you start the day is gonna set the tone for it. You wake up in a good mood. I can conquer the day. Hey, your day gonna be like that. Speak power. You know the tongue has power, life, and death in it. But if you wake up scrolling, I remember I showed y'all on this one of these episodes here, but it was like a clip. It was about like dopamine. One side she was being productive, other side she wasn't being productive, and all started with how she woke up and started her morning.
Mm.
Your phone and get to scrolling, you're gonna be sluggish because you're glued into your phone. So let's be productive. Let's get some things done. As long as do your best, okay? Do your best every single day. As long as you're doing your best, okay?
That's right.
Fall, you get back up, okay? Give yourself grace when you fall, but get up and do your best. So this week we're doing our best. Okay, this week we're gonna go into the week in good spirits because it's the day that which the Lord has made. We're gonna rejoice and be glad in it. This week we'll go in here full of joy because we didn't have to be alive. We had to be in His truth. This week we're gonna glory in tribulation, although it's easier said than done, but it can be done. This week it's gonna be a good week, Most High willing. So. First Peter 4:11. Any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which Yahawah giveth that Yahawah in all things will be glorified through whom I shall Yahawashi. To whom we praise the man forever and ever. Amen. So I want to speak the oracles of the Most High. Do those things that are pleasing His sight. With everything we say and do, we want to glorify the Most High because it's only His ability that we're able to have this podcast platform. So call Halal Yahawashi. Without further ado, I'm going to pass the microphone to Lily. You know how you do them YouTube readers. Pass it over to
the next powerful speaker. When I did network marketing, that's how they used to introduce. That's how they used to introduce the next. I'm gonna bring up my very good mentor, and the next powerful speaker is going to be like. and everybody be cheering and stuff. But I'll praise the Most High. Lord willing, like I said, sisters, y'all been doing well through the Spirit. I think this topic is really good. A sister actually asked, "Did we have an episode on this?" And I was like, "We don't, but we'll add it to the list." And if sisters have any other ideas or want to hear any other topics, you can always write them down in the comments. You can message us on Instagram or you can send it to our email. So, hey, if it's a topic you haven't heard before, let us know. We are here so that we can talk about it. But today, specifically, we'll be talking about self-improvement. Just being able to have, I'll say, a space where, we have space to do better, and acknowledging that and knowing that that's okay, because every day we should be learning something new, or I'll say at least in each season we should be learning something new, which is helping us, like we always say, become the woman who the Most High designed us to be. And just understanding that self-improvement, or sitting down to self-reflect to see where you are in this season compared to last season, and also where you would like to be in next season, is it's not a harsh critique, or it's not something that is to condemn you, but to uplift you and say, you know what? I might not be as submissive as I want to be to my husband. Let me work on, that. Let me see how I can improve. Or I'm not studying as much as I would like to in this season. Let me see what can I do in order to improve. So we'll definitely talk about that, give sisters some tips, share our experiences, and Lord willing, sisters, y'all can relate, and drop down in the comments below, if y'all have any tips for any other sisters on how to endure through, harder seasons, especially when it comes to self-improvement and self-reflection. So, fine.
Right. It's like it. Um, I definitely agree with that. Honestly, this is the spirit we're talking about this because I feel like um being, still fresh postpartum, I feel like I really have been trying to just what I said at the beginning, do my best. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
it looks like for the day, really striving to do my best. Of course, give myself grace, but trying to the way my mind works at times, like if I notice I'm slacking in the area, I don't really like to slack for too long. You know what I mean? Like I really, the way my mind works, I need to get myself together. I need to get myself together. So in this current season that we're in right now, I'm trying to get us back in a routine. I'm trying to get some structure back in the home, getting us back on a routine, getting Brielle's sleep schedule back in order. And so I've just been uh, doing the little things I can to make progress because little progress is better than no progress. And I want to emphasize that to sisters. You may not be exactly where you want to be, but you're making progress to get there. Example, it's just been rough waking up so early in the morning like I was before I gave birth. It's been rough, but I'm waking up earlier little by little. Brielle may not be getting up as early as I would like for her to, but she's not sleeping in as late as she was anymore. So it's the little things, it's the little progress that we're making to get closer to that routine that I want us at. So as long as you're making that progress daily, weekly, as long as you're inching towards that goal and you're putting in some type of effort, because we can't just sit in our hands. If we see that we want to work in something, if we lacking in an area, we need to do better in an area. Faith that works is dead. So
That's right.
you have to have an action plan. You have to have it set in your mind, write it down, whatever you got to do to be like, okay, I know that I would like to do better in this area. Okay, how can I do that? And you try to execute that thing as long as it takes, but really just try to execute that thing and heavy on I'm going to keep emphasizing this, do your best. Always do your best. Just try to do the best that you can do every single day. And remember that everything we do wholeheartedly to the Most High. So that's what I want to advise sisters. And just know that your best is going to look different each season. Life is life, and people go,
Oh Lord,
life.
it do. It really do.
The Most High, He has given us all different lots. and it's not going to always be easy. Um, it's not going to always be easy. And so, whatever your best looks like in that season, whatever he sees you fit to endure through, you just show up and strive. I remember I was letting sisters know this week that everything. Well, a sister reminded me, and then I reminded sisters what I was reminded with. But everything is not going to be perfect all of the time. That's
Mm-hmm.
not realistic. It's only one us, and you're gonna stretch yourself thin trying to be perfect in every single area of your life and have every single area of everything checked off. It's
That's
just not.
stressful.
It's stressful. It's gonna take the joy out of your role as a wife, as a mother. So just focus on what you can do, what's in your control, and you just do the best that you can do. It's okay to have high expectations for yourself. It's okay. You should want to set goals and strive to be better and do better. You should do those things. But don't overexert yourself and now you're stretching yourself thin and you're stressed out. You always angry, quick to wrath because you will have this idea of yourself that you're supposed to be perfect all around the
Mhm.
border when that is not reality and that is not realistic and it's not healthy.
God. No, for real. Even when you need help in certain areas, we reading in Bible study. What was that? What, I think it was First Kings, and then we read in Second Chronicles because we're reading in chronological order. Um, we read about how King Solomon he sought out I forgot his name, but he sought the young man out who actually worked with David, his father, and they were saying how there were no other people to do the work like how they did it. And basically I bring that up to say like sometimes you need a helping hand. Sometimes you need other people there to assist you and to help you be able to focus on the things that you need to focus on. So if you need to outsource and delegate some tasks out to other sisters that are willing to help you, come over and help you do some things, wash some clothes, wash the kids, help you straighten up your house, or, if your husband is okay with you hiring somebody to come clean the house maybe once or twice a month for you so that you can work on self-improvement or things like that. I mean, if y'all have it like that, then I don't see why not. Some people be like, oh no, da, da, da. Sometimes you need that so that you can focus on the things and you can take the energy that you were spending, the time that you were spending, cleaning up or whatever, and you can refocus on yourself and pour back into yourself because we always say you cannot pour from an empty cup. It's no way that you could take care of the other things around you that you need to take care of when you riding around on E. You're not going to get anywhere. A car don't even work when it's on E. So it's like, you have to sometimes foresee those things through the spirit and be like, you know what? I do need help in this area, in that area. I will also advise sisters to, if you're really looking for ways to improve, ask others around you what you can improve in. But you do have to be ready through the spirit. You do have to um, kind of be okay with the answers that they give you because you might not see everything or you may not see the areas that you're slacking in. And you could say, that you want that feedback, but you thinking they're gonna give you a certain kind of feedback, and then they come back with something totally different. And you like, I wasn't, and in like within yourself, you could be thinking like, I wasn't even talking about that. I'm talking about something else. So prepare your spirit for the answers if you do go and ask others for feedback on the things that you in the areas that you can work in. But I think that's one of the most humble things that you can do is ask other people like, hey, I feel like I haven't been doing my best overall. You're very close to me. What do you feel as though like I can improve in? And we not supposed to be lying to each other. So most are willing, they'll take in consideration like how you feel, your feelings and stuff like that. But they'll definitely tell you. My husband tell me all the time when I ask. I'm like, what I need to do better in? And he'll give me a list. Or he'll be like, you've been doing pretty cool, or, whatever. But yeah, self improvement is step by step, little by little. And what we learned in the book called The Mountain Is You, it's micro shifts. So it's not going to just all wash away and all improve at one time. But it takes time to get where you want to go. It takes time to develop patience. It takes time to just develop any skill that you're looking to improve in. But those are my couple tips that I have so far.
Come. Look, what they be saying? It takes a village.
God.
It takes a village. So definitely don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to say, sisters, can y'all pray for me? This is a rough season. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed because what and riddle me this. What's the point of having a sisterhood if you can't reach out and ask sisters for prayer? If you can't lean on sisters when you're going through a hard time? I think we be trying to be too strong all the time. You can't be strong all the time. You utilize the sisterhood that the Most High has given you.
Mm-hmm.
Utilize the tools that the Most High has given you. Y'all, I'm gonna get one of my favorite accounts now. I'm gonna get one of my favorite accounts. This is Exodus chapter 18. And I'm gonna start at verse number 17. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, the thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away both thou and this people that is with thee. For this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone.
That's right.
Hearken now to my voice, I will give thee counsel, and Yahawah shall be with thee. For be thou for the people to Godward, that thou mayest bring thy causes to Yahawah. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt shew them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. And let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. If thou shalt do this thing, and Yahweh command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law and did all that he had said. And Moses chose able men out of all of Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of ten. He said, the thing that you're doing is too hard for you, and you're going to wear away. So you need to get some help so you're able to endure and bear, and so they can bear the burden with you. It said, it literally said, I'm gonna go back to it real quick. So shall it be easier for thyself. So why you gotta make it hard on yourself? When the Most High has blessed you with help, use it. Don't make it hard on yourself. Reach out and ask for help. Two is better than one. If you need help, if you need a prayer, ask for prayer. If you need sisters to send you some scriptures about some, ask. No, I wasn't thinking about those, y'all. Ask for it. Like closed mouths don't get fed. And
For
heavy on
real.
the asking sisters, um, if they can let you know what you need to work on, because we all need that. We all need that. So, all praise to the Most High. Don't be afraid and ashamed, because we all have things we need to work on, and none of
Mm-hmm.
us have it all together. Nobody has it all together. It don't matter what their profile look like. It don't even matter. For Eden, it don't even matter if
The
they say
internet is not real. The
it don't.
internet is not real. The internet is not real. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all really don't be letting, for real. Y'all need to stop letting these TikTok couples trying to cancel your marriage, because
Yeah.
this TikTok and the TikTok and the social media famous couples is all for the camera. It's all for the camera. I'm
God.
not saying the stuff they don't post ain't real. I ain't saying that. But just know that we all got
You don't
some
see
we battle
everything.
behind closed doors. We don't see everything. You don't know what these people dealing with behind closed doors. So don't be envying somebody else and looking at them and thinking this how it's supposed to be like. And mm-mm.
Sometimes it take people a long time.
Grass ain't always greener, boo.
Say it again.
I said the grass ain't always greener, boo.
Oh yeah, yes. I just seen something the other day where the lady, she was like, she was getting a divorce from her husband, so she was saying that he was like, so all the times that you saw me smiling and all the times that you saw me, like this, she was like, I was struggling. She was like, I was going through something. So a lot of times, even on a self-improvement journey, you don't always see the ups and downs that people go through. People will only show you what they want you to see, and that's the illusion of social media.
Yeah.
People pick and choose what they want you to see, but just know that all of us are, or all of us should be, striving to be on a self improvement journey. But I wanted to read the account that I was talking about so sisters could understand what I was saying. And it goes right along with the precept you just brought out, Abarriyah. So this is First Kings 5, and verse 6. It says, Now therefore command that they hew me cedar trees out of Lebanon, and my servants shall be with thy servants, and unto thee will I give hire for thy servants according to all that shall appoint. For thou knowest that there is not among us any that can skill to hew timber like unto the Sidonians. So sometimes, and I was saying this in Bible study too, I was like, sometimes you have to appoint people to do certain things for you so that you can focus on other things. Sometimes you have to get other people to help you. And that's not saying do anything like usury, but just being wise and being that prudent woman and foreseeing like, okay, I have X, Y, and Z to do, and this is going to help me if I need to take time to if I say that I want to improve my reading, and I'm able to allot a certain task to somebody else so that I can get my reading in. That's helping your self-improvement. That's being wise. That's being prudent. That's foreseeing that, okay, I was busier in this season, but now I have the time and I have the opportunity to get my reading in a little bit more, so why not? And like we were saying, the Most High appreciates when you take that time and you seek after wisdom, when you seek after His knowledge and understanding, and you're not just studying just to study, or you're saying, "Oh, I got my chapters in today," and you don't even understand what you read. So it's important to just remember those things, like as you're going about doing your self-improvement, not just doing them out of routine, but doing them because you sincerely want to be a better sister, because you sincerely want to be a better mother, a better wife, and a better servant unto the Most High. So those are a few things just to think about. And for me, it just made me think like, dang, I really gotta consider, you know, and making sure that I'm not doing these things just out of routine and just because that's what I should be doing, but because I truly want to do that and I yearn to have that relationship and that connection with the Most High. So, yeah.
Yep. Yep. It definitely takes a village. Yeah, my husband was telling me that the other day. He was like, "Don't be afraid that we can't be afraid to ask for help." And I think he also said you don't want to be too prideful to ask for help.
You blocking other people opportunity to give back, and yeah,
Because alms cover the sins of death. And
con.
alms is not just praying. Alms is not always like it's not just monetary. It's also being that helping hand in prayer and in the word. So it's like you know, I I remember a few years ago somebody actually said that I can't remember how it was worded, but basically like again like what I just said, this but alms covered a multitude of. Let me just read it.
That'd be me. Let me just pull it out for our butchery.
Alms deliver from death, but I think they also cover a multitude of sins. So it's like 1 Peter 4:8, and but above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. So it covers the multitude of sins. And then I want to get Tobit. I want to get Tobit 12 and um 9. For alms doth deliver from death and shall purge away all sin. Those that exercise alms and righteousness shall be filled with life. So it purges away sin and delivers from death. So when somebody gives alms, whether that's helping you with money, whether that's helping you with food, whether that's praying for you, whatever they do alms wise, that can get their sins erased and deliver them from death. So it's like you getting in their way, you know what I'm saying, of potentially getting their sins wiped. You getting in their way of
Mhm.
potentially getting them more blessings because they helping you. You getting in their way. So it's not always about us. Don't block someone else from trying to do what's right and pleasing in the sight of the Lord. Don't block alms. You know, if somebody's trying to help you, whether it be pray for you, any way they can help you to take a burden off of you, any way they can help, because two is better than one. Don't turn it down. Don't turn it down. I'm talking to myself as well. So
Con, that's how I be. I be sitting up here like, girl, you talking to yourself. Listen, y'all. Sometimes I had to come back and I do watch these. Sometimes I need that through the spirit and just to have, upliftment. And also sometimes you need that cut through the spirit. The word is the salve. The word is the healing and the balm that we need. And hold on, let me get the preset. This is Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12. It says, "For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart." So sometimes you need to get cut up through the spirit. Sometimes you need to get in this word, get cut up, and be rebuked through the spirit, to do better, to be better. And as we always say, a lot of times, like, when we go through these things, it's not only for us. These experiences and the things that we're learning and the things that we are enduring through is not only for us, it's also so that we can help the next sister, so that we can show them the things that we have gone through, so that when they sit back and look and say, well, I want to do my self-improvement journey as well, or I need to improve in this area or that area, it's like, okay, here's a prayer that I use, here's some precepts that I use, here's some questions that I ask myself, and you're able to provide those things. And it's not just like you're talking about it, because I always say I don't like keep talking about stuff if it's not solution based. If we're not talking about it in order to find a solution towards it, it's like just that fine line to just start going off and talking about anything and be all in your emotions, and then you're going off, and now it's just this whole other spirit. So remember that, when you're going through things, or if you feel like you're struggling, because we all have moments where we feel like we're struggling and that we can definitely do better. You're not the first and you're not the last. You're not the only sister that may feel that way or has been in a season where, you just don't feel like you at 100. But like the sister said, every season is going to be different. This season, excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. Sorry. This season, you might be able to, you know, go and give alms and do this and do that. And then, in another season, others might have to give alms to you and you might have to receive, but that's okay. That's just how the flow of things work. And you have to be willing also to receive. So I think, we can find plenty of scriptures to back that up, and go and find certain. Let me see. Hold on, because I want to give an example. But what I was gonna say before I find that precept, I was gonna say, as long as you're reading, you're going to find something that aligns with what you are looking for. It may not be verbatim, but there's always something, or it's always a precept where we can go in and we can look, especially dealing with our foremothers. A lot of things that we endure through now, there's nothing new under the sun. So you can find a precept, or you can ask a sister, hey, do y'all know of an account that, the sister, she was dealing with patients, or, and y'all know from me, I always bring up the woman of blood for 12 years. Her patients had to be immaculate. her patience had to, like her journey with patience and improving to be more patient, or even Sarah from Tobit, things like that. Just being able to endure through the spirit. You might feel like you lack endurance, or you feel like you lack faith, or things like that, where you can just improve. Go in the Gospels. I love the Gospels. I love going in there and just seeing, how their faith moved mountains for them, how their faith made them whole, how Christ healed them because of the faith that they had, or even like Hannah and the things that she had to endure through. These are the accounts that when the word quickens us, the quickens the spirit within us and rebuilds us up. So you have to get in this word. And I'm not saying that it's always easy to do that, because sometimes you can sit back and you'll be like, I feel real low through my spirit, and I don't even feel like the Most High is dealing with me or hearing me on this matter, just because you might have been enduring for it so long. Just know the Lord, and that's crazy. I was just listening to um a class on this, and the title of it was "The Most High Knows What You're Going Through. Pray about it anyway." So when you're going through certain challenges, or you're faced with certain things, the number one thing to help you in your self-improvement journey is knowing that the Most High knows what you're going through already, but you still need to pray about it anyway. He loves a humble spirit. He loves when you come to him and he's like, and you're like, you know what, Lord, I know you see what I'm going through, but you have to ask for help. You have not because you've asked not. You have to ask for the things that you need. You have to say, Lord, you know, I need self improvement in this area, in that area. And even if it's something that you don't know, ask Him to reveal it to you. Ask Him to uncover the things that are stumbling blocks for you that you didn't know that you were going through, because some sisters, they don't get a chance to congregate with a camp or a church, or a body or school or things like that, or with other sisters. Sometimes you only come across the video like this, and you might just be by yourself. But pray and ask the Most High, how can I improve? What areas can I improve in? Can I be more patient? Can I be more loving? Can I be more kind? Can I use my time more wisely? Can I, do I need to watch my mouth? Just certain things like that. And He'll show you. He will show you. But, Khan, did you have anything you wanted to add while I
Con,
look for this precept?
no, I was just gonna say that heavy on what you said, to everything there's a season, and that's really what I have been just really trying to constantly reiterate and tell myself through the spirit, because as you said, some seasons you might be the one having to get help, other seasons you might be the one so like it. Some seasons you might be the one receiving help, and other seasons you may be the one to be able to help others as well. To everything, it really is a season. But again, this goes back to do your best, because you may not be able to help sisters monetarily, but you can help any other way. You can pray for them. You can help take the load off their shoulders. Hey, I can watch your kids for a few hours if you need me to. Do you need me to drop you off some food? Whatever the case may be. So just helping in any way that you can. You know what I mean? Um, all praise to the Most High. If anything, lately I've learned, heavy on the Most High knows that you're going through. Pray to Him anyways, because the
That
prayer,
class was good.
what's gonna get us through. Leaning on the Most High, Yahawah is what's gonna get us through. That's what's gonna get us through. So don't take those things light. Don't take those things for granted. Um, just know that all things are gonna work together for your good. But you have to think about it like this: Job, David, probably more, even Christ. They all caught some sort of hell. Um, David was in a position where he could have hurt Saul back. He could have killed Saul on more than one occasion,
Mm-hmm.
but he stayed obedient. he knew, the Lord knew what David was going through, but he continued. We see Psalms, he continued to cry aloud and pray. And in the end, he got blessed. In the end, he eventually got his throne. Even throughout the tribulation he went through. So likewise with us, we have to just continue to be obedient, keeping these commandments, being humble, being filled with the fruits in the spirit, not trying to take matters in our own hand, not trying to seek revenge, doing what is pleasing in the sight of the Lord in our respective seasons so we can get blessed in the end. Because the most High, He sees you. He sees how you're waiting. So how are you waiting? He sees what you're doing. And I've been I can't remember. I think I seen this lady video on Facebook, and she basically I forgot what she was saying. Oh, she was saying, don't argue to be right, argue to be righteous, and don't speak from hurt, speak from wisdom. Turns out she had these daily newsletters she sent out. And I signed up for them, and they've been so good. Like, the most I could really use any vessel. She's been touching on some mighty points, but basically this week's has been revolving around gratitude. And a good point she made was sometimes we get so caught up in what we don't have, we miss the blessings the Most has already given us, and we miss what He's already entrusted us with. You want more, you're praying for more, but the things that He's already entrusted you with, you're slacking in them because you like, I'm supposed to have more, but what you got right now clearly is not enough. And that was that.
My mom always used to say that. My mom always, she was like, when we lived in an apartment, she was like, well, you can't even keep your room clean. So how do you expect to, be blessed if the Lord gonna bless us with a house, or you can't even do your chores, and I used to be mad that my mom be fussing at me about stuff like that. And I'd be like, well, it's not even, because me, I didn't consider my room to be a mess, because I'm just like, it's a couple books here and there or clothes all on my bed and stuff like that, but it wasn't never like super junky or nothing like that. But it's still the principle of like, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Yep. So the way that you show up and you clean, you keep your room clean, or you just have a routine about yourself. That's how you carry yourself, even when you outside in your workplace and things like that. That's why a lot of people, they'll say, well, I don't like using outside restrooms or things like that, or I don't like sharing certain things with my coworkers, because you like, if you act like this outside the house, I wonder how your house look on the inside. So how much more spiritually, like, the way that you approach your self-healing journey, your self-improvement journey is like, are you going at it with a slack hand, or are you not? Because, it shows up, it reflects the same way in your everyday life. So, sometimes, like we said, it might be a little bit harder, in a different season, but Abarriyah was like, hey, you doing little by little. And I was like, I had to remind myself, like, I am. She was like, the efforts that you're putting in this week, you're still showing up for yourself. You're still doing little by little. Because I told her, I was like, I ain't going for my walk every day, but I'm trying. So, I'm just doing my best. But, sometimes you need those reminders.
Yeah. Now let me say, as long as you are sincerely trying. If you know you ain't really trying, you need to try. As long as you're trying your best. As long as you are trying your best. And that's going to look different each season, because some people might be recovering postpartum. Some people might be dealing with, serious marital issues. Some people might dealing with some battling things within. People might be grieving a loss. You just never know what people are going through. So whatever that looks like for you to get up and try each day, you get up and try. But I watched this video. It's about this brother named Deuces and Carl. If y'all do not watch Deuces and Carl, have never heard of him, he makes great exhortation videos. It's very edifying. Obviously, ask your husbands or your head before to see if you can watch it. But he be like, and he doesn't get into doctrine or anything like that. It simply just be like motivation. So like. Actually, I'm gonna share my screen real quick and show y'all. But
just like I was gonna be like, drop it down in the
I'm gonna pull it up right now, because I had watched this video last week and it has said and it's going this is literally what you just said, Lily. He said it was called This Is Why God Isn't Blessing You. And so I watched it, and something he said, like, it really, it was
Them
real.
things be clicking. You be like, hold up.
It's literally what you just said. It's how you show up in the small things, how you spend your time. It's like the Lord is looking at the small things. I never really realized that, but the Lord is looking at the small things. You sitting on your phone scrolling for hours on end, you want the Lord to bless you. When you're wasting time and you could be doing something more diligent and productive. It's the small things. You want the Lord to elevate you, but you stay up late every night and you sleep in the day. You want the Lord to elevate and bless you, but you eat junk food and you don't take care of your body. It's the small things. We got to be faithful.
Lord, bless this food for the nourishment of my body. You might have had diabetes. You better stop eating that.
Okay, look.
I'm trying to improve my weight loss journey, and you still going buying snacks.
Okay, don't got no
stuff to help you on your weight loss journey and your self improvement. It's not like it's not.
Yeah, because you got to think, y'all. Like, this is good. All praises. This is Luke 16:10. He that is faithful in that which is as least is faithful also in much, and he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. So the Lord is looking at how you handle the small things He's already entrusted you with. And if you handle those things poorly, you can't expect to get something else on your plate. It's just like, I remember watching this video one time a few years ago, and it was called Habits of a Homemaker. It was her channel. And she said that one day her daughter was asking for more food, and she was telling her, baby, you still got food on your plate. And she said it immediately kind of dawned on her that that's how we are with the Most High. We want more, but we're not even really tending to what's already on our plate. That's just like I was eating blueberries the other day, and Brielle got some in her mouth already, and she reaching out for more. I'm like, chew that first. You ain't even ate that. So
now she just want to hold them so she can be ready.
Girl, no, she didn't. But okay, let me pull it up because I about forgot already. But it's right here.
Girl say more.
Okay, but this is his channel. He it just be exhorting like the demon behind every addiction, God knows my heart, the truth nobody wants to hear, the cure from belief, faith that kills doubt. This is the one I'm talking about, why God hasn't blessed you yet. That one was so good. Now of course he uses like different names, but most of the things he hasn't brought out anything contrary to my knowledge. Like I said, he doesn't get into doctrine or anything like that. I mean, he did mention something in one of these videos. It was the Slayer Giants one, I think. I just chewed the meat, spit out the bones. I was like, what? But
that's some of them be hit or miss. You be like, all right, I'm gonna just go to the next one.
Yeah.
What is it called again? Go back to the top because I couldn't see the name. Oh, you say Due Season? Okay.
Yeah, Due Season. I don't know why I typed DUE. This is channel right here. This is channel. Okay. Yeah, it really was a good reminder because he was like, yeah, man, it's the small things. It starts with the small things, and we want the Most High. We want God to bless us more, but we're not even spending our time right or managing our money right. Like you want a better paying job, but your financial stewardship is horrible. So it's kind of like when you Most High has given us a duty, and whatever He has blessed us with, that's our stewardship. How we take care of something. Let me get that definition real quick. Okay, and I'm gonna hurry up and get it to you because I feel like I've been talking for a minute. But stewardship is the job of supervising or taking care of something such as an organization or property. Let me look up steward. What does it mean to be a steward? All right. A steward means responsibly managing resources, whether they are personal, financial, or environmental, and acting as a caretaker on behalf of others. Now let me look at what does it mean to be a steward of God. Okay. A steward of God is defined as someone who is entrusted with the responsibility to manage everything that God has placed under their care, recognizing Him as the ultimate owner of all. Whew! This involves utilizing and managing all resources that God provides for His glory and the betterment of His creation. As stewards, individuals act as caretakers of Yahawah's gifts, whether they pertain to financial resources, time, talents, or the environment. They acknowledge that they are managers of what belongs to God and operate under His authority. So basically,
the parable of the talents.
Time, finances, the talents, Whatever the Most High has put under your care, that is your duty to do. So you have to have good stewardship of that first before you can get anything else. So yeah, man, let's try to be better in the areas we can. You know, the small things matter. Take it one day at a time. Break those tasks up if you need to, and
Mm-hmm.
knock it out. You
Don't
know,
bite off more than you could chew.
right? For example, um, I had my laundry was piled up. You know, I'm about to be 6 weeks postpartum Friday, Lord willing, and my laundry was piled up. But it took. I finally got all of it finished, and I finally caught up on all my laundry. All praises, but it took me about 3 days to do. It took me about three days to get done, but it got done. So that's what I'm saying. Even if it takes you 3 days to finish, even if it takes you a week to finish, even if your business takes a month, a year to launch, just keep working at it each day.
Yep.
Don't give up and stop because you haven't got to that end goal yet. You're gonna get there. Be not weary and well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So
Amen.
keep showing up in the things that the Most High has entrusted to your care, and watch how He blesses you and elevates you. But He has to see you showing up and see you making improvement before He gives you anything else. So faith without works is dead. You want to be better, but you got to put that work in. You want to be better, but we got to go through that fire, because we always say this: your prayers don't come. We don't get to choose what our prayers look like, and some prayers look like, and our blessings
Oh,
come in a box wrapped in a bow. They come through growth, through pain, through hardship, and it's easier said than done. But we got to go in tribulation, because ultimately, the women we want to be, we have to go through. We have to get that. We eventually we can't get to that woman without getting broke down in some way, shape, or form. But the Most High has to build us up, just
you
to
gotta you
break us
gotta go through
down,
those
build us
things.
back up. Kind.
You definitely have to go through those things. And I was going to read Matthew chapter 7 and verse 7 through 11. It says, "Ask it, it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh, receiveth, and he that seeketh, findeth. And to him that knocketh, it shall be opened. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son asks bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent? If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father, which is in heaven, give good things to them that ask him?" So you have to be willing to ask the Most High for the things that you need, asking for that assistance, humbling yourself, going before the Lord, because he knows the areas that you need improvement in, and you don't want to be that tree that gets chopped down because you want to resist self-improvement, because you don't want to do self-reflection, because you don't want to hear what sisters have to say to you about your behavior, or how to do better as a sister, or just hearing that reproof coming from sisters. Sometimes it's a hard thing. Self-improvement can be a difficult thing, especially if you're not used to people saying things to you. But you have to open your mind, and you have to be willing to hear it, because ultimately it's the Most High who put that spirit upon the sister to come to you and say these things in love to you. Because a lot of the time sisters are not coming to you in a harsh manner, just rebuking you just to rebuke you, or reproving you just to reprove you. And sometimes it's just like, hey sis, I've noticed X, Y, and Z. The way that you speak to sisters is a little, it's a little off balance. We're not picking on you or anything like that, but we're not the women that we used to be. So we want to live that soft life, so we don't want to be all hard up and have that spirit of what we say in our first couple episodes, that independent woman spirit. Like, we don't want to, we don't want to have that. We want to be able to, we want sisters to be able to be comfortable coming to us and talk to us about certain things. And if you need to improve in that area, that's just what you need to do. If you need to improve in, like we were saying, fitness and things like that, ask a sister to be your accountability partner. Ask yourself certain questions. What am I doing that is contrary to my self improvement? In what areas can I self improve? What are the things that I may need help in? What type of resources would I look for self improvement? You can get yourself activity books. You can listen to the audio books. Audio books is my jam. Okay, audiobooks are my jam. Okay, I listen to this one channel called I think it's called Master Key Society. I think that's what it's called. I'll put it down in the chat below. But it's really good. I love that channel. It makes me it helps me provoke thought in my mind. And a lot of it is biblical based. So I listen to it. Certain things. Are there any workshops that you can go and take? I go on, what's this app called? Eventbrite. Are there any workshops that you can go and take? If you want to work on being more sociable or things like that, are there networking events that you can go to? And righteousness, it's certain things that we can go to help us improve and look for outside sources to help us. But ultimately, you ask the Most High, you pray to the Most High, and ask Him to guide you and show you in which way you should go. He'll guide you. He'll start opening up opportunities. You could go to you can find yourself a therapist. You can find yourself, a workshop to go and just work on certain things. It's so many resources, y'all. We are in the age of information. We shouldn't be lacking anything. We shouldn't be lacking. But if you find yourself lacking, then you come ask us, email us. Please, y'all, email us if y'all need direction. We may not know, but we'll send you somebody that does know. Okay? So I don't know.
Heavy on the what Lily reminded me of what she was bringing out is self improvement is not always going to be easy as well. It's not always going to be easy, and you're going to hit some learning curves. Proverbs 27:5, open rebuke is better than secret love. So sometimes you're going to have to get told about yourself in love and rebuke and love gently. Let me get that. Galatians 6:1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye with your spiritual restore such as one in the spirit of meekness, concerning thyself, lest thou also be tempted. Bear you one another burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. So it's also about how you go about things. So, heavy on that. If in order for us to grow and to self improve, sometimes somebody might have to sit you down, and be like, "Hey, sis, I noticed this about you. I don't know if you're aware, but I just want to let you know. I just noticed you're struggling with. It came across this way. But however the case may be, however you word it, I'm in love, pray on that thing. But yeah, you might, your husband might have to rebuke you, be like, hey, watch your mouth now. You've been acting out of order. You ain't been respecting me how you should. And you might have to get told about yourself, but that's gonna help you improve at the end of the day. So don't be afraid to let a sister know, hey, I know this X, Y, and Z. Do it in love, because like a sister said the other day that I was talking with, how are we supposed to know we don't get better? How are we supposed to know we don't get better? So
or how somebody's supposed to know that it's something going on and you don't say nothing. Like, you don't say nothing. Do you love that sister? Do you truly love her? You ain't saying nothing about it. And if you don't have the words to know how to say it, go ahead and pray to the Most High. Lord, can you send somebody that sister's way? We might not have the best relationship, but, Lord, please reveal to that sister, X, Y, and Z. I promise you, it happened to me the other day. I was like, dang, I didn't even have to say nothing. Because I felt like I didn't have a close relationship with the sister in order to say, certain things. But, I prayed about it. I prayed about it. And then it just, I seen something and I was like, oh, somebody did talk to her about it. And I was like, all praises to the Most High. Because sometimes people don't receive things well, but I think it was beautiful. What you were saying?
I said unfortunately, but anything in my little audio book I listen to, I still need to finish. I got 30 minutes left. I'm probably finishing today, Lord willing. Lord willing, I'm want to finish it today. But hey, what he say? Chapter 2 was don't take things personal. Okay,
that's
don't
right.
Take things personal. Don't take things personal because if somebody can't take correction, that has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with them. That's called spade.
Uh,
Cause for this pay. We all gotta be accountable, take account of ourselves at the end of the day. We all gotta stand before Christ. So if somebody ain't taking correction correctly, that's something they gotta work on. But you
uh,
did your part, you said your piece, you moved out of love. That's all we
mhm.
can do. All we can do is our part. We can't control how nobody respond. We can't control how nobody react. We can't control how nobody treat us. But how we can control what we can control is how we act, how we respond, how we treat people. Because we
That
have
what? That's serenity prayer. Y'all know that's my jam.
God grant me serenity for the things that I finish it for me, Lily, because I be forgetting.
Girl, I be messing it up too. I be so mad that I be messing it up. God grant me the
I think
serenity
it's
to
grant me
accept
the
the things,
serenity for the things that I cannot change, courage to
the
change the things that
person
I
thing
can,
I
and wisdom
can't,
to know
the
the difference.
wisdom to know the difference.
Yep,
Okay, all
yep.
praise to the
All
Most
praise
High.
to the Most High.
On. I
All right.
wanted to read this precept real quick before we close out. This I had scrolled down a little bit in Matthew and it was going into exactly what I was saying. Matthew 7 and 17 through 20. It says, "Even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them." And now, emphasis on verse 19. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. That's not what we want to be. We don't want to be the sister that is not self and looking to do self reflections, and you don't want any improvement, you don't want to do better, you don't want to take care of the gifts and the stewardship, you don't want to do those things that the Lord has given you. So he's going to cast you down, he's going to kick you out of this thing, he's going to turn your candle out, he's going to take that oil out of your lamp. You don't want to do that. You always want to be improved and you always want to take care of the things that the Most High is giving you to show your appreciation. You don't want to be the sister with the one talent and that you go and hide it and you bury it. No, you want to flip it, double it, triple it, quadruple it, whatever you can do to just show your appreciation to the Most High, because, like we said in the beginning, it's only of the Lord that we're able to do the things that we're able to do. That's it. So really, when you think about self-improvement, look at it as, like I said in the beginning, you are developing and turning into the woman that the Most High designed you to be, a better mother, a better sister, a better daughter, and ultimately a better servant unto the Most High. So, Lord willing, this was edifying for sisters. And, sisters, you have some things that, you can write down and take from this to help you succeed on your self-improvement journey.
All praise to the Most High. I want to read something real quick.
Fine.
Let me see. Okay, so I just looked up some tips for self improvement.
Excuse me.
I want to read.
Oh, yes, this will be good.
I'm trying to see. It's so many. It
I
just
wonder if they got some self-help books
I love self help
on
books.
Amazon.
I love self help books.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna just pick. Okay. All right. Okay. I guess it's a good one. I don't know. I
Just
did.
read them. We might
Right.
read them. That be me trying to be like, okay, which one I'm gonna read? I'm like, I had seen one that was like, am I doing this in out of sincerity, or am I doing this for vainglory or something like that? And I was like, I already talked about that, but it's still a good question to ask yourself when you're trying to do self improvement. So
Okay, I'm gonna read them quickly. So, 10 self improvement tips. Number one, set meaningful goals. Identify what is meaningful to you and set specific, achievable goals that align with your values. Number two, take responsibility. Accept responsibility for your actions and their consequences, as this empowers you to make positive changes in your life. Number 3, be honest with yourself. Acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses and strive to improve by being honest about where you can grow. Number 4, develop good habits. Establish daily routines and habits that support your goals and well-being. Number 5, seek personal growth. Continuously seek opportunities for learning and growth, both intellectually and emotionally. Number 6, face your fears. Challenge yourself to comfort your fears and step out of your comfort zone to grow stronger. Number 8, Number 7, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you will offer to a friend facing the challenge. Number 8, maintain balance. Strive for balance in all aspects of your life, including work, relationships, and personal development. Number 9, strive for meaningful relationships. Build and nurture relationships with others as they can provide support and enrich your life. And number 10, find meaning in suffering. Instead of avoiding suffering, find meaning in it by learning from it and using it as a catalyst for growth.
And which one of them you was about to skip again? They was all good.
Actually, no, I didn't even see that one. That's the spirit. I clicked on another one, and I was debating if I wanted to read that one. Then I came across
Okay. All praises. I was about to say they were all good. I really think those are like some key questions. I mean, some key tips to help you stay on track in your journey too. Because sometimes you'll be going along and like, I don't know what I need to improve on next. But when you have a list like that, oh baby, that was good.
It was. I'm gonna read this other one too, the one I was going to at first. This one don't got no like other points, like how the anyways.
Okay, yeah.
Number 1, positive self-talk. Number 2, relinquish your control over unimportant things. So control over what you can. Number 3, complain assertively about things that matter. What does that mean?
That, like what I was saying earlier about being solution based, like if you're gonna talk about it, have a solution about it.
Yes, I meant to say something about that when you said that, because why we just sitting around talking but we ain't trying to improve and do better?
Okay,
you want to have a pity party, we're not gonna do that.
No, we not trauma bonding.
Okay, I rebuke. Oh yeah. Practice self-compassion. I'm not saying we're not gonna be sympathetic, empathetic. I'm not saying that, but there's a time and a place for everything. Eventually you got to get up. Number 4, practice self-compassion. Number 5, take responsibility for what happens in your life. Number 6, love people more and things less. Number 7, learn how to communicate effectively. That's a big one because closed mouths don't get fed. Number 8, free yourself from judgment. And number 9, set your standards. So that was good. I like that. Well, you know what? We need to post things on our page. So, anyways, okay. All praise. That's all I had.
Okay, all praises to the Most High. This was really good. Woo-hoo. Shout out to Sister Yahawah for today's topic.
All praises. That's all right. As you see, I got my look. The kids
we love you, Shalawam. Oh yay!
Love y'all. Shalawam. Have a great week.